Well, a new era has officially begun in Tuscaloosa as the new head coach, Kalen DeBoer, touches down on the capstone. Thanks so much for staying with us here at 10 o'clock. I'm Jarvis Robertson.
And I'm Sherry Falk. Kalen DeBoer landed in T-Town tonight after accepting the offer to succeed Nick Saban as Alabama's 28th head football coach.
And WVTM 13 has been in Tuscaloosa all day awaiting this announcement. We have team coverage for you tonight. We want to begin with WVTM 13 Sports Director Ryan Hennessy. Ryan, you saw him sneak into the back door. This is a new era, sir.
Yeah, sorry about that. I got some fans behind me screaming. They're excited. They want Kalen DeBoer to come out and say hello to the crowd here, but he arrived here in Tuscaloosa. Such an exciting time, a new era for the Crimson Tide. Nick Saban stepping down, and a new head coach is officially here. Let's talk about this head coach. Kalen DeBoer comes over after 2 years with the Washington. Such a good run. Went to the national championship. That was on Monday. How about this for a week? Natty on Monday, head coach at Alabama on Friday. Did so well in the 2 years. He's also won NAIA 3 times, national championship, and 3-time coach of the year during his time at Sioux Falls, where he actually played as well. Big questions about this coach, though, when he comes in, because he's never coached in the Southeastern Conference or in the South at all. So a lot of questions, a lot of hope for this Crimson Tide team. But overall, they start a new chapter today. About an hour ago, he met with the team and telling them, I'm sure, different things like, you got to believe in me, trying to get the portal guys back on this team, and that's going to be huge. But it was a great day. It was a successful day for the Crimson Tide and Greg Byrne with his new head coaching hire. Gladys Bautista was at the airport. An exciting day, Gladys, overall for the Crimson Tide.
Oh, definitely, Ryan. I mean, dozens and dozens of people showed up here to the Tuscaloosa airport to give a warm welcome to the new coach, DeBoer. They say that they wanted him to feel that Alabama love. More than 100 people were here, all packed together, yelling "Roll Tide," yelling "Welcome, Coach DeBoer." They had signs. I mean, some people even brought lawn chairs out here to watch his plane land here at the airport. We want to show you some of that video now. I mean, guys, I was here and the energy was just electric. We spoke to one woman who says that she does this all the time, but now especially she thought that it was important to come out here, put up signs, just so that the second that he stepped off of that plane, he knew that there is a large fan base here that will support him, that wants him to do well, and obviously wants this team to do well after learning of Coach Saban's retirement and learning that he will now be taking over. Ryan, like you said, a new era. Here's what some of them had to say.
I think it's one of the best hires that we could possibly make. It's one of those things where he's a proven winner everywhere he's gone. He just played the national championship game and lost to the team that we lost to. So I think we're in very good hands.
I think we should show that we welcome our new coach and know that we're here for him. We've got his back, and just knowing that this crowd came out to support him, I think it's huge. I think it'll be a good reflection when he comes into town for the first time to see the support.
And wow, I was in this crowd. I was here from the beginning before all the people got there. I wish I could just share some of that energy. And when he got here, he actually came to this fence and was greeting those fans to let them know he sees them, he hears them, and he's obviously.
All right, and that was Gladys Bautista reporting. Looks like we lost her there. Well, Coach DeBoer will have some huge shoes to fill.
Yeah, certainly it's not going to be easy to step in and replace Coach Nick Saban. DeBoer seems to be up to the challenge, though. In a statement, he says, quote, "Following Coach Saban is an honor. He has been the standard for college football, and his success is unprecedented. I would not have left Washington for just any school. The chance to lead the football program at the University of Alabama is the opportunity of a lifetime."
We're also hearing from Coach Saban. In a statement, he endorsed DeBoer, saying, "I want nothing more than to see Alabama football continue to be successful, and Coach DeBoer is an outstanding choice to lead this program." He went on to say the coach has an excellent understanding of what it takes to be a successful head coach.
Well, Coach DeBoer will make his first official appearance as new Alabama's head coach tomorrow afternoon.
He'll be formally introduced to the capstone at 1 o'clock, and of course we'll be there as he lays out his goals to lead the Tide through its next chapter. Be sure to stay tuned for NBC's coverage after that of Wild Card Weekend starting at 2:30. You can learn more about Coach DeBoer on the WVTM 13 app. We have a brand new article posted right there on the homepage.